piracy. Crack. Refractive. Waylay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for another stream. This is going to be another round one matchup from the Fremont Reformations uh, event that we're doing. That's called Anything Goes. This is going to be between Jeff and Michael. If you are unfamiliar with the concept of Anything Goes, we created this event over at the Fremont Reformation Discord server uh, and kind of encouraged people to bring broken builds because we're interested in learning how these new cards interact with some of the older cards and what are some of the strategies that people are going to try with these newer cards. Um, so that was kind of the thinking behind Anything Goes. And this matchup here is going to prove to be an interesting one itself. I know I say that about every matchup, but you'll see why. So we're going to quickly take a look at the build list. I put the links in the chat for you guys. If you do type the exclamation mark and then the player's name, so Jeff or Michael, you will get the links spit back out at you thanks to the bot. So we're looking at Michael's list first here. His list is very Ferengi based. Again, after my own heart, I do love me some Ferengi. So his first ship in his fleet is Lurin's Bird of Prey. So combat phase, if there is an opposing ship within the primary firing arc of this ship and the primary firing arc of another Ferengi ship with a Ferengi captain equipped to it, target that friendly ship. This ship attacks this game, or first this game round, and the target ship attacks second this game round. So Lurin's fires first, and then Lurin's buddy gets to fire second. So the captain of Lurin's Bird of Prey is the albino. When attacking a Klingon ship or a ship with a Klingon captain equipped to it, roll +1 attack die. So getting some extra attack rolls there. When attacking once per game, if this attack hits, you get to discard a crew equipped to the defending ship. And then activation phase once per game, the albino may activate last. So moving last. So we've got a Dominion War retrofit here. Doesn't really help with any of these abilities down here, as this only applies to Kavort and Vorcha, but he gets the slot and the extra shield value. He's also got Life of Piracy here, so he's going to be able to start, this ship may start the game either within range of a planet obstacle or within range of at least 2 non-planet obstacle tokens. That could be minefield tokens, that could be Verteron Pole Strap, that could be the objective tokens you got in the starter sets, your space station, your mines, your derelict ship, the debris field. On top of that, gain the ability based on the printed faction symbol of the captain this card is equipped to. So he's got the albino, which is, I believe, dual factioned. So I believe, yeah, there we go. The albino is Klingon and independent, so he does get this last ability here. Combat phase, you may perform a sensor echo action as a free action, even if the ship is not cloaked. And then we've got Karak here. When defending, during the deal damage step, you may discard this card and to disable up to 2 of your shield tokens instead of losing them. This card costs +5 if purchased for a non-Klingon ship. So nice touch there. We've got refractive shielding, which increases the shield value by 1. So we have this Burrell that's coming in with +2 to its shields. And it's getting a little extra defense dice. When defending, if this ship has an active shields and the attacking ship within range does not have any scan token beside it, skip the modify attack dice step. So that can really hamper you, especially if you don't have a way to scan in your fleet. Then we got Waylay. So attack, place 2 time tokens on this card, target an opposing ship. If this card is equipped to a Burrell class, place an Ox power token beside the defending ship. After making this attack, this ship may perform a 1 left or right bank and then place an evade token. A repurposed cargo hold, again, gives him slots here, so he wanted a tech or another weapon slot, which I believe the tech slot is what he chose here for Chemosite. He can increase his speed of his maneuver of the revealed from the dial by 2. And then, of course, discard to add a hit to your roll if you need it. And then he's got Rom here, repair 1 shield token. If this card is assigned to a Ferengi ship, you may repair up to 2 shield tokens instead of 1. And then we've got another Burrell class here with Lurin, who just brings discounts for Ferengi. And then we've got Dominion War Retrofit for the same reasons as above. Life of Piracy, except this time Lurin is a Ferengi captain, so he gets this second ability. You may discard a battle stations token besides the ship and place 1 gold press latinum token on the captain equipped to this ship. So he gets a way to recur his gold press latinum if he doesn't spend the battle station. Again, we got another copy of Chemosite running here. We've got Cargo Hold, gives him 2 slots, which he'd fit refractive shielding in. And then Grawl, because of Lurin's discount, Grawl's down to a 0. Interesting. Good tactics there. Another copy of Waylay. And then we got Nava, who, when a Ferengi crew upgrade is discarded from the ship, you get to place Gold Press Latinum onto the captain. And then this third and final ship is Goss's Marauder. After the ship executes a green maneuver, place 2 time tokens on this ship. Remove a disabled token for 1 of the upgrade equipped to the ship and equip a Ferengi or equip a Ferengi upgrade that was discarded from this ship to this ship. And then he's got Bractor here. When attacking a ship that has an auxiliary power token beside it, gain +1 attack dice. So hoping to bank on those waylays, handing out those aux power tokens. He's got Ghent. So whenever you would spend 1 or more gold press latinum, that means anywhere in your fleet, you may roll the number of defense dice equal to the number of gold press latinum that would be spent. For each evade, you get to spend 1 fewer. And then we got Smugglers, which is the main linchpin in this build here. So target a ship at range 1 to 3, discard this card to steal. Get rid of that. A tech or a weapon upgrade from the other ship, pretty much. We got the Grand Nagus here. Target all ships may perform a green maneuver. You discard this for that. The rules of acquisition is going to give him a ton of gold press latinum. And then we've got Chemosite here on this ship as well. And then we got a copy of Missile Launchers, which allows you to make 2 attacks against the ship in your forward firing arc. And you get to roll 2 attack dice for each. Any crits that would damage an opponent's shields actually go to the hull instead. Okay, going over to Jeff's fleet, we are looking at an Excelsior class with Beator. This Beator allows you to target a friendly ship within range 1 to 2, and that ship may use the action or the ability of an elite talent upgrade as if it were assigned to that ship. So we got self-destruct sequence here as the...
Within range 1 of a planet or a range 1 of at least 2...
Okay. Sorry, just checking up. I can hear them talking in my ear. I just wanted to see where they were at. Sounds like they are setting up right now. So Self-destruct sequence. You cannot attack this round. At the end of the next activation phase, after all ships have moved, destroy your ship and roll a number of attack dice equal to the whole value of the damage of every ship within range 1 of your ship. These ships do not roll defense dice against this damage, and you cannot use the cheat death upgrade in conjunction with this action. So Jeff is about to blow some stuff up. That's the important thing to note with his fleet. Then he's got a copy of Biomimetic Gel. Place 2 time tokens on this card. Target a crew weapon tech upgrade equipped to another ship. And place 1 BMGT on the target upgrade. Of course, he's got captured here to make the Excelsior an independent ship. 4 repurposed cargo hold, which is going to give him another tech or weapon slot, which he used for reinforced hull, which increases the hull value of the Excelsior. So more dice for that self-destruct sequence. Then you got Kirk here, who's going to lower the captain skill and give him a battle station. And then you got I stab at thee, so you're going to be rolling some extra dice after your ship is destroyed. And then we've got some juicy stuff hiding under Quark. Next ship in Jeff's fleet is the Zindi weapon with Damon Solak, who's got 2 crew upgrades hidden underneath him. And we got Admiral Q here, coming in at -1, dropping Solak down to a 3. We got another copy of I Stab at Thee. So the idea behind Jeff's fleet is to utilize Beator's ability to have the Zindi weapon explode and the Excelsior explode. So that's going to be a lot of dice flowing in round 2. We got Diplomacy here, Reinforced Hull, Duranidar, which prevents him from receiving Aux power tokens, and then we got Inversion Wave, which is going to help get the Weapon Zero or the Zindi weapon ship across the board a little bit faster. Then his third ship is a D7 class with Martok, who allows you to do free actions on ships. We've got Lure and then Koth. So I know I didn't explain the end of Jeff's fleet there, but I want to get to the board before they actually start the game. So let's get on over there. So let me see who got initiative. Hey fellas, just real quick, who got initiative? Okay, understood. Thank you. Alright, so Michael got initiative. I'll bring their audio in. Let me know if their audio is too soft. I know that Jeff is already too soft, so I will boost him.
Okay, I'm agree with that.
So yeah, let me know in the chat if the audio is too soft. So it looks like we've got setup here. Michael got initiative, so he chose to go with a planet token, and it looks like we got 3 obstacle tokens out there. And then on top of that, we've got setup. So we've got a Burrell hiding over here behind the planet token, which we will go ahead and lock down for them. Same with this. That way nothing on the board moves. Okay. So we got Goss's Marauder down here in the corner of the map. We've got the 2 Burrells, and then we got Jeff's fleet, who is all nicely decorated and their explosiveness. So no hiding what he's going to be doing there. And then he's got his D7 down here facing the bottom, towards the bottom of the map.
I'm ready for tiles. Do you have anything? Okie dokie.
Wow, I will be right back.
I think Koth was actually obligatory. I remember.
Oh, yeah, cough. Oh, yay.
That's okay with you?
Yeah, no, go for it. Cough at. Cough.
You can certainly change your dials if it impacts things, but
Yeah, it's fine. It's able to crew on Lurin and the Bird of Prey since Braktor did not bring a crew upgrade.
Alright, I am back.
um, well, I guess it is. Okay. I think that's it. I'm not going to use the rest turn.
Okay.
And I don't think I have any sort of activation phase things I want to do either.
Okay, so it looks like we've got dials down going into round 1.
Do I?
Let me turn that
No,
off.
not really.
Okay. Oh, I haven't got my dials out. Sorry. Let me just double check my settings
That's
here.
alright.
Wow, look at that. I had them in the wrong order. That could have been
Okay.
7. Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Jeff's got his dials down. We're about ready to begin.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, so. Oh, yeah, good luck. So, red player 1 initiative. And. Ready?
Yep.
Right, start the timer. And go for it.
Okay. So I never synced my pad here to my weapons. So let me do that. I'm having trouble with the Okay. So my Zindi weapon, I'm going to reveal a 1 straight,
Okay, 1 straight on the Zindi weapon.
execute a 1 straight,
That's not to be expected. That
That's
is what's
fine.
to be expected.
and because I am in range 2 of Waitcore, I'm going to trigger self-destruct on my Zindi
Oh.
weapon.
Okay. So, that's your action. No attack this round. Next turn, you move as normal and act as normal. At the end of the activation phase, next round, you go bang.
Yep.
And 10 dice, because it's the starting hull value of the ship.
It's the whole value of the ship, not the perimeter hull value. So it will be,
Yeah, so the starting hull value for you at the moment is 10, because you've got 8 plus the reinforced hull.
Yeah. If I've taken damage, I still have. Even if I've taken some damage cards, I still have 10 whole.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's all good. Well, it's not all good. It's horrifying, but we'll make do.
Okay.
Okay, that's your 3.
So
So
Zindi weapon
I
has
have
reached
initiative.
back.
So we've both got a 4.
Yes. So my 4 will go first.
Yep.
So
Go
Jeff has
Base
reached
Horn
back and
Excelsior.
grabbed
Ooh, it's weird.
self-destruct sequence from
I will do the same thing.
the Excelsior
Oh.
and activated it. So
Base 4.
next round is when his ship will go boom.
Okay. This is going to sting.
So now we've
Right.
got a second ship that's
Scott
activated
is
self-destruct
Marauder
sequence.
Next. he is going to reveal. He's done a 4. However, he's going to chemosite that into a 6.
Okay.
And that's basically his action. That's basically everything because he's nothing useful is at range 3. No point to that.
So at this point,
Nothing
Michael
doing
does
there.
have
So yeah,
a little bit of a
that's
strategy he
got
can
his
do,
Marauder.
but Jeff's ships
Now
are going to go
a choice of my
boom.
other ones.
So really, Michael just hopefully he didn't go super hard at the beginning here.
So lure in
If he did, then he might be in trouble.
and goes too hard turn.
Yeah, he's going to be in trouble.
We are going to.
His self-destruct sequence, I believe.
What's my
Let me
range?
reread that again.
Oh, range 2 to the weapon and the Excelsior. Nice. I like that.
Self-destruct sequence is going to hit every ship at range 1.
Going to be
So he's got to make sure his ships are not within
probably
range
a
1 of the Weapon
target
0
lock.
or the Excelsior when they go boom. So he's doing a target lock.
I am going to target lock. Oh, dear you.
So another reminder is Jeff's fleet cannot cloak. Even though he's got a Klingon D7, it does not cloak. Let me turn this off because it does not appear that Michael has cloaked his Lawrence Bird of Prey.
I'm going to target lock the. Ooh, let's go with the weapon.
So it sounds like he's going to try and concentrate fire and take the weapon out before he can go boom.
As the albino's action.
The Xindi weapon's got 10 hull, so that's going to be a heavy lift.
Okay.
Just with the 2 barrels.
Works for me.
The next one is my generic Burrell Lurin. I've revealed a 2 straight because I wasn't sure what you were going to do.
Will get.
But I'm going to use my chemosite to turn that into a 4 straight instead.
So Lurin's will get to activate here, so he'll get to attack first, but
Action on him is going to be.
It's going to be hard to sink 10 dice into the weapon without a third attack.
Lock, and you're also going to target lock the weapon.
Okay.
So no cloak.
Oh, that's my action. Martok.
Okay.
So you got Jeff's Martok down here.
Perform a 2 straight, which leaves him still in range of the weapon 0. So I am going to give. Let's see. I haven't thought this part through. So you've got Lurin and you've got the albino. And okay. Well, I guess I don't want the albino attacking me. So I will, after Martok moves, he's going to give an action to the Xindi weapon. And the Xindi weapon is going to play diplomacy to target, I guess, the albino.
Okay.
So net result is
the albino can't attack this round.
Yeah, the albino can't attack anyone this round that learns. Yeah. And the weapon 0 cannot be attacked this round.
Yep. That is all. Sounds horrible because, but also it would discard both your target locks because it removes all tokens beside both ships.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jeff plays Diplomacy,
So I'll remove
which
that.
prevents
The
Lurin's bird of
self-destruction is
prey
just a reminder.
from attacking
Yeah,
the Zindi
no,
weapon,
that's fine.
and the Zindi
I
weapon
really
in
wish
turn
that placed
cannot
a
attack,
token,
but his
because that would
party
be so
cannot
much
do
easier.
that. But it also shakes any
Right.
tokens that were
Well,
next to
in
the
that
ship's
case-
base.
It doesn't change. What I just did doesn't change anything about Lurin's bird of prey effect. You can still attack first and have the right order.
No, that's because, you know, it would still trigger the, there is an opposing ship in the forward firing arc of both ships. But, I mean, since neither one of those two ships are allowed to fire this round anyway because they've self-destructed,
I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, and yeah.
it doesn't really make a difference.
Yep. So you can still attack the Excelsior with the one ship.
So Lurin is literally the only thing that can attack. Lurin is going to spend 1 gold press platinum to take a battle stations token at the start of the combat phase.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
Because I'm at range 2 and you're in my forward firing arc, I'm going to fire Waylay.
So it still
Again,
makes sense for him to attack
Excelsior,
the weapon here because you would lower its hull value for
which
when
gives
self-destruct
me
goes
4
off.
attack dice. It automatically puts an Orcs power token besides the Excelsior. And I basically get 4 attack dice.
Okay.
Two hits and a crit.
Okay, so secondary weapon, 1 native die. I guess I'm rolling 1.
Yes.
It's got 2 hits and a crit and a battle station.
2 hits and a crit. So I lose my.
He loses his shields on the Excelsior.
No closing for meal.
Okay.
We'll put shields up here.
And that's
dip with shields.
Basically the end of the combat phase.
Yeah. Interesting. Before we proceed to the planning phase,
I have an end phase thing to do before we finish this round.
Yes, I also do. Or at least I need to measure a little bit.
Fine. So, combat phase is resolved. You haven't got any shots because your ships are turned off from shooting. So, end phase. Life of Piracy on Lurin triggers. I discard a battle station token beside my ship because I didn't spend it, and I get a gold press platinum token back.
Oh,
yep.
Oh, that's right. No,
Life of Piracy.
Which I didn't use because I double hit, crit, and a blank. I spend the battle station and get a gold press platinum token back.
Pretty handy.
And then remove a time token from Waylay. Oh, pardon me. I should have also done an additional maneuver with Waylay.
Yep, feel free.
Which is a 1 bank, which is going to be that.
That might help him.
And also, it should also place an evade token beside my ship. Not that it matters, no one can shoot me, but for form's sake, there's the evade, and then in the end phase it comes off.
So there's a very fringe way I think Michael can survive. It's going to be very close in this next planning phase, but
Okay.
So Waylay was a good call.
Anything extra end phase?
Yes, I'd like to measure a little bit more before we proceed to the planning phase where I can't do that.
That is fine.
So Jeff trying to make a plan. So here is kind of what I'm thinking for Michael. So Michael's biggest obstacle right now is Jeff's fleet can still move as normal, and then it's going to explode at the end of the activation phase. So Michael has got to figure out a way to get his ships beyond Jeff's ships. Jeff has got to kind of figure out where Michael's going to go. So Michael's got chemosight on both of his barrels, which the highest maneuver they can do is a forward 4, but chemosight can add 2 onto that. So they can go forward 6, which I think is what Michael needs to do here with both of his barrels.
Now,
He needs to
with
go
diplomacy
forward
also
6.
finishes as well.
Yes, right.
He needs to go forward 6 and try and get outside of range 1. Now,
Yeah.
if I were Jeff, I would just move my ships 1 forward, kind of maybe thinking about that. Because the Excelsior is going to be a 7 dice attack. The weapon is going to be a 10 dice attack. And really, Michael should have sunk
Oh, I could do that.
those 3 damage into
That's what
the Ziddy weapon to knock that down to a 7 dice attack.
Boy, this is interesting. I must say. So your Gosses is going to move. Okay, I'm ready to move to the playing phase.
Okay, so move right. New round. Your initiative now. So, Weapon Sphere will go, then Goss will go, then Baitor.
So, they're going into the planning phase. They're putting dials into the boxes to get them planned. I think
Yep.
what I have said and talked about is kind of where it should be headed. If I was Michael, I'd be trying to figure out a way to get out of dodge. If I were Jeff, it would just be business as usual. I wouldn't worry about Goss's Marauder. It's true, Goss's Marauder could come up and sneak up uh, on the Weapon Zero and do smugglers and take reinforced hull, which would pull self-destruct back down. But I don't know if... Well, so smugglers is range 1 to 3, so he doesn't have to be within range 1. So smugglers might work to kind of lower the impact of that blow. But it's going to come down to if Michael can survive the explosions. It may also benefit Michael to try and cloak this time,
I have initiative.
just to get the defense dice going.
You do.
No, he doesn't roll defense dice. Never mind. You don't roll defense dice against
I did it all
self-destruct.
confidently, put it down, and then went, did I actually do the right one?
So this is the round. This round is the one that's gonna make all the difference in this game, in this matchup. This is the explosive round.
I'm all set.
So we've got dials down on one side. We're still waiting on Jeff to get dials down.
Guess I may as well just do that.
Sounds like Jeff may have his dials ready.
And okay. I can do that. Well, I guess it's now or never, so I will go ahead and lure
Okay.
Gosses Marauder. Oh, I guess I have to do that after all of that.
Yep.
Happy with that. Happy with that.
Okay, so Jeff is going to lure Goss's Marauder. So he's going to take Goss's
my
Marauder out of the
dials.
equation here.
So
Yep.
Gosses Marauder here.
Yep.
Secretly look at it.
Change it to a green maneuver, and then give it back.
Can Goss's Marauder one-shot the D7? I believe that's more of a fair fight than it actually looks. Do I think the Goss's Marauder would beat the D7? Yes. I do. I don't. The D7 doesn't have any extra hidden tricks. Lure was its only trick, so he's going to try and take Goss's Marauder out of the equation from trying to smuggle something like
Guess I have to.
reinforced shield or reinforced
May,
hull away
if
from
you do
the
this, change that ship.
Zindi weapon ship. So I don't think Jeff is worried about Goss's
Yeah.
Marauder.
I think what I need to do is change it to.
Jeff is also flying a D7 that does not have the cloaking ability. So the three hull, one shield is all he's got.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to this.
I will say, mathematically speaking, though,
Yep.
Hey.
Jeff's ships, when they go boom, will result in 96 points to Michael, and Jeff
All
would
right.
have
Now is
77
when
if
I
he
guess
takes
we
out
need
both
to talk
Barrels.
about the.
And then he
the
just needs to
rules
survive
and
Goss's Marauder. He doesn't have to
Okay.
go around
So
anywhere.
planning phase over. So start of the activation phase. So any start of phasey bits.
Yes,
Here we
I
go.
have couple. So, just make sure I did that right. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to spend a platinum off of Damon Soloff
Okay, we're gonna get a reveal here.
to reveal my card, which is Uhura. And this is the tricky part, is because the self-destruct sequence here is like a 2-round thing. It triggered last. I played it last round, but the explosion happens this round. So, and again, I apologize. I had to do this sort of in secret. I asked for a ruling because I wasn't sure whether Uhura would be applied to the exploding ship last round or this round.
Okay.
So, and also, could I even use Uhura uh,
So he's
on the
using.
weapon zero? And the ruling I got was yes, I can trigger Uhura on either ship because I was using her self. Baitor was lending her self-destruct sequence card as though it were on the weapon zero. So basically, the ruling I got was if I want to help self-destruct sequences range, I need to do that the round is exploding and not the round I take the action. So it self-destructs out to range 1, and if I trigger an Uhura on it, whichever ship that is, then it becomes range 1 to 2 instead of blast radius.
Okay. And because the weapon zero used the wording of Balana of Baitor, which is the action or ability as if it were assigned to.
Yeah.
It means that the weapon zero counts as being able to use it itself, and therefore Uhura can do it because it was something that it didn't just use the ability. It counted as for that round being equipped to the ship.
Yeah. So
my only thing with that is I'm fine with you to do that because fundamentally I've got something which is a bit funky in terms of ruling. Is that this round self-destruct sequence is not equipped to weapon zero.
yes,
You only get to use it as last round.
That's why I needed to get a ruling, because I didn't know whether to trigger Uhura last round or this round on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I might as well get it all out here. I'm also going to place a biogel token from the Excelsior onto Uhura now that she's out. So
Hey, thank you for following.
I'm going to spend it. So
allowing you to use her ability as if it was equipped to your ship, so the Excelsior gets to use Uhura.
So I have these 2 ships within range 2 of each other, so that works for Uhura. So I could trigger Uhura twice on one, twice on the other, or 1 on each. And I hear what you're saying, that self-destruct sequence is not equipped to the
no,
weapon.
that's the thing. She is quite explicit in the all upgrades equipped to the target ship by 1 this same round. Now, if you wanted to use Uhura to target the Excelsior and on the Excelsior's one, that would work because self-destruct sequence is equipped to the Excelsior class.
Right. I did get a ruling on this, but I think it's okay, and I hear what you're saying, and I kind of agree with what you're saying. So I think let's just do that. I'll trigger both Uhuras onto the Excelsior.
Okay, so the Ahura on the weapon 0 will target the Excelsior and increase all of its abilities by 1 range band, and then the Biogel token, you'll spend it to activate Ahura on her own ship to make the explosion range 1 to 3.
That's right, and the order is important because the Biogel token could destroy Uhura. So first I'll use regular Uhura, and then I'll spend the Biogel token and
roll an attack dice. And things on a battle station, and the Biogel both die.
That's right, but the effect would stay.
Nope, you're fine.
Okay, so basically I've got 2 effects on the...
You got 2 of the effects on the Excelsior, yep.
And I was going to trigger Kirk, but I guess he doesn't really accomplish anything. Since I'm moving, how much for you anyway? Because I
That's fine.
Okay, so
at the end of this activation phase, Baitor will explode, and at range 1 to 3, the weapon will explode at range 1.
That's right.
That's fine. Cool. Right. I'm cool with that. Well, I'm not. That's horrible, but you know, I'll live with that.
Okay, so here's what's happening.
So next trickiness is
Jeff doesn't actually have Stealth Shock Sequence on the Zindi weapon. That was borrowed by Baitor from the Excelsior, per Baitor's text.
Yeah.
So he was able to activate that, and that effect is going to stay around because it's a two-part effect.
Because Quark's at the start of any phase, is he revealing, or is what he's got not?
He's at any time,
so Jeff was trying to activate Neota Uhura to extend the range of his explosion to range 1 to 2 with the Zindi weapon, and the Excelsior also to range 1 to 2 using Biomimetic Gel to copy Neota Uhura and run it that way too. So he would have 2 copies of Neota Uhura. But what Michael brought up is a valid point. Self-destruct sequence is not equipped to the Zindi weapon, so therefore it would not extend. So Jeff has instead decided to target the Excelsior with Neota Uhura from the weapon, and then activate the Biomimetic Gel, which extends it another range band. So the explosion goes from range 1 to range 1 to 3 with the Excelsior, and the explosion on the Zindi weapon remains at range 1.
Will reveal its dial, which is a red. All this doesn't really matter because I'm not taking an action. But yeah, I'll trigger Duranadar.
Okay, so he's revealed a 3.
So I don't actually get an Ox.
A 3 hard turn to the left.
Trigger inversion wave instead of moving. So at the end of all of this, I won't take the Ox.
So he's triggering inversion wave.
So instead of making a normal move, you discard this card, place your ship anywhere in the play area.
Within range 1.
Because it's instead of making a normal move, would you still actually reveal the red maneuver, or is it?
Yeah, we got a ruling on that. You reveal it, but you don't move.
So inversion wave, instead of making a normal move, you may discard this card to place your ship anywhere in the play area within range 1 to 3 of your current position. Remove all tokens except critical hit tokens from beside your ship, and place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. You cannot attack on the round you use this ability. No ship may be equipped with more than 1. And then he's activating Duranadar, who does not give out Oxes. Yep. So Zindi weapons are going to be doing some movement here.
Everything from beside your ship except critical hit tokens, and put an Orcs power token, but you don't Orcs power because of Duranadar, and you can't attack this round. You're going to be dead at the end of the activation phase anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, I see what Jeff is doing now. So, Jeff is going to go after Goss's Marauder here. So I think by not allowing Jeff to extend the range of self-destruct sequence on the weapon zero, he is now using the weapon zero to try and target and take out Goss's Marauder. And that may have been his plan all along. I don't think so from my conversations with him. But I think if that is not the case,
Okay.
this is a great pivot.
That's my
Because now he
inversion
can try
wave
and one-shot
thing.
all of Michael's fleet in round 2.
Okay.
Because
You
that
normally
Excelsior is
get
going to
an
be
Orcs power
exploding
token,
at
but you don't from Durannadar.
7
This
dice.
round.
Uh, I won't bother. I don't have anything to turn myself around with viewers and things. But I'll just take no action.
Okay.
So-
Also, that would be interesting because you rotate your ship 180. You wouldn't technically get any maneuvers
okay.
because you'd get 3 technically because you revealed a 3 bank, but obviously you wouldn't because of Durannadar. But you'd get even though
revealed.
you didn't move a 3, you'd get 3 technically because you revealed a 3, didn't you?
Except I wouldn't because of the.
Yeah, that's fine.
All I would do is just spin. Okay. That's my 3. So you're 4.
All right,
I
so
haven't missed.
we'll see what Goss's Marauder is going to do
Yes.
down here.
So let's see what you've done. Oh, look, it's a 2 straight forwards, which is going to crash me in. So I'm going to chemosight it to a 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping a 4 might leapfrog me over you. I don't
It's
think
true,
it will,
but I don't think
it's
it'll
my
get him
best
outside of
chance.
range 1.
I tried to measure this before, and I don't think it will. But try it.
Oof.
No.
Good.
Doesn't clear, so it does bump.
So I crash and don't get an action, so I can't smuggler.
That's going to hurt for Goss's Marauder here in a minute.
This is where the if any part of your ship is inside range, you're inside range, because technically with the weapon sphere, you've actually got basically up to range 4 deployment on the inversion wave because of the size of the base.
Yeah, with the corners.
As long as any
yeah.
corner of tip of your base is touching the template or touching the range 3, it
Right.
counts as. So the actual at the far end of your ship is another range band out.
Yeah, and it's kind of twice so because of the big ship. Because of the
Okay. Well,
Sound of a little bit of defeat there.
that's that. So that's my 4. Your 4.
Okay.
All right,
My
so
4. I'm gonna remove my card under Quark, which is another inversion wave, and
Okay.
2 copies of Inversion Wave. So now the Excelsior class is doing an Inversion Wave as well.
It's probably
Question is, will Jeff guess the correct positioning for these Morale classes?
well,
All right, the ship is up off the board.
let's go about.
Okay. So you've removed York's power token with inversion wave move, but then you get another one back because of inversion wave.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. Removing. Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
So
All right.
fundamentally, you just keep your Orc's power token.
Okay. So 2 Ahuras and
Explosion.
Okay.
Okay, now me.
All right, here we go. See what Michael has
Okay,
done.
let's do the standard Burrell. He revealed a 3 come about. He is going to chemosite that to a 5, so I'm going to go 5 straight forwards. And
Okay.
then turn the ship. And get an Orcs. Lurin reveals a 3 come about. We'll chemocite it to a 5 come about.
Yep.
And then spin on the spot.
The Brails pretty much were not.
Neither one of them gets to do an action because they've both got Orc's power, but it doesn't really matter because at this point everything. At this point here, Martok moves.
Yep, Martok's gonna move.
Excelsior. So Martok does a 1 straight.
And what he does is realistically irrelevant.
Yep, agreed. Okay,
And
well, all that Uhura stuff didn't have nothing, I suppose.
So,
All right.
end of the activation phase.
Things go boom.
Yeah, I will. Let's start with the weapon 0, I guess.
So it just hits Goss's Marauder, but it gets Goss's Marauder for 10 dice, and I get no defense dice.
Yes, it gets it for 10 dice, and then because I was,
Ooh, now
Right.
it's
I get
you
3
roll a
more.
number of attack dice to damage every ship within range 1. So would that be one roll, which would then affect everything in range? It wouldn't be a separate roll for each of them.
That's right.
Okay, cool. My hope here is when you do Baitor, you absolutely horrible rubbish out on the roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have I stab at thee on both ships, so it's going to be.
Yeah, so of course I thought he's going to do 3 more dice just to
We'll
be
start.
mean.
We'll start with the 10.
Okay.
So 10 on weapon sphere.
Okay, and you have what? You have
4 hull, 3 shields, so a total of 7.
So this is
7 total durability.
Zindi weapon against Goss's
And,
Marauder first.
Since I don't get defense dice and I have no way of cancelling or doing anything to this,
This
if
is
you do
just
7
straight.
damage out of your 10 dice, it's a dead ship.
okay. I don't know what my odds are here. I don't think they're great, but at least there could be some crits happening.
So we've got
4.
looks like 4 hits.
That kills
Okay.
my 3 shields. And puts 1 face down damage card.
So
Onto
we
the ship.
are down to 3 hull.
Okay.
With Goss's Marauder.
Well,
And you I stab at
Great.
thee.
now it's stab at thee, yes.
So I stab at thee
That
is
whole
3
thing.
dice. I don't remember if he gets
Alright, so you've got
defense dice with
2
that.
I've
Well,
got
you got
3
3
hull
hull
points left on Goth's
3 hull
Marauder.
points left.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I could use a couple crits here, to be honest.
They do not roll any defense dice, so Jeff needs a perfect roll here. Almost got it, but he's got a crit.
You.
All right.
Thank you. Whoa,
Yeah,
that was
crit.
so close to being instant death.
It's not over
Hit.
yet.
And this is the crit.
If it's direct hit, it's over.
Be my guest.
Engine
Oh.
room fire. Okay.
Engine room
Hard times
fire.
are red. I can live with that. 1 health. Okay.
Okay.
Breathe, breathe. Weapon spheres, bye-bye.
Dang it, you know what? If I had put that,
So Goss's Marauder survives.
could have. I was wondering about using Beto to give another I stab at thee to the other ship. Okay, other ship. It's out of range.
So, Baitor gets 7 dice because of the reinforced hull.
Yes, 7 dice. That doesn't sound like much, does it?
Okay, Lurin's Bird of Prey has got 3 hull, 5 shields. The generic's got 3 hull, 4 shields.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be 7
Single
dice.
retrofit and refractive shielding, both of them adding a shield each.
Yep. So 7.
Never was I more grateful for buying extra shields on a Klingon ship.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until this morning. So I got much more unhappy when I realized that this morning. Okay, 7.
7 dice.
7 dice, which hits both of me equally.
Yep. Yeah, gonna need some luck here.
Read 'em, roll 'em and weep. Okay, 3 hits and a crit, so that's 4 damage to each of them. That kills all 4 shields on the normal Burrell, and
Yep.
leaves Lurin on a single shield.
Oh, sorry, the crit doesn't even help me because you have 2 shields on both of them. Right. Is that right? You added 2 shields to each. Yeah.
So 4 shields. If you've done 4 damage, Lurin's got a base of 3 boosted to 5, so 4 damage leaves me with 1 shield. The generic Burrell has 2 base, 1 for the retrofit, 1 for refractive, 4 total. So the generic's lost all 4 shields, and therefore refractive no longer gets the benefit, apart from the agility bonus, and Lurin has a single shield remaining.
Okay. Well, I will
I
roll my
highly
dice.
doubt that's going to stay, because you get 3 more dice from my stab at thee.
Yep.
Road to Grethor is paved with good intentions.
Ugh,
Oh yes,
that's horrible. Horrible.
beautiful.
Okay.
Oof.
Well,
I stab at thee
I
gets
live.
nothing. He yields
you live
nothing.
across the board.
All right, so
Thankfully, I still have my D7.
5 minus 3 is here.
Celsius.
Okay,
That's
so
the
that's
wrong one.
Excelsior gone and the weapon gone.
My fleet just got a lot less imposing there.
Well, I don't know.
Still
I would say you've still got Martok on a D7, but Martok's only giving out the free action, and Lure is now used, and Koth doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So he's literally just get late with a battle station and 3 dice.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're just gonna leave it.
Well, you're down to 1 life on your Gosses, right? So I guess I will.
Goss is down to a single hit point. Yep.
I'll keep playing, but I'm no longer liking my chances. And that was probably smart of you to add extra shields that way. I don't even know if you need it.
I was kind of thinking, the fact is that I'm not a massive fan of cloaking Burrells when I use them, because they're fragile enough already, and turning off half their durability for the chance of more evades has never struck me as something good, unless you can guarantee
Thank you
the
for
evades
alerting me to
with
that. I
lots
did
of
just
battle
ban them.
stations and conversions. So I prefer to run them shielded, which means retrofit and the refractive shielding, which boosts the shields quite nicely.
Oh, I see. Yeah, those are useless if you're close. Here.
Especially since the Albino's Life of Piracy gives him the free Sensor Echo action, even if he's not cloaked. So I can still Sensor Echo, even if I'm not cloaked, so why bother cloaking?
Right. Oh, I guess we get a combat phase now, don't we? You can do that if you want.
We do. Combat phase, let's see. Nothing's in range 3.
Oh, but you're not cloaked. Oh, no, that doesn't matter. Wait, Albino?
I would perform a Sensor Echo action with free action, however I've got an Orc Power token, so I can't.
Alright, so yeah. R.I.P. Jeff. That's
Alright. Come on.
that's
Martok,
rough.
You can do this.
End phase. Take a time token off of Waylay, back to normal. Back to my initiative, though it doesn't really matter now because all 3 of my
So
go, then
just
you go.
a reminder, that is 96 points
Yes,
for Michael,
I have a strange
and
lack
Jeff
of
ended up
thinking
with
also
nothing, but Michael's ships are hurt.
for the phases. Oops.
I don't know if you could get quality on
Right.
self-destruct.
Right.
I don't think there's a
Planning phase,
modify
the
dice step with it. I'd have to read the card again.
with Lurin, Lurin on board, so the generic
I know there's
Burrell
no defense.
is going to use its GPLT ability this round to spend a GPLT and remove the Orc's Power token at the start of the planning phase.
Yeah, so it doesn't say that you can't modify it. So
Lurin, on the
I
other
don't know
one,
why
of
he
course,
didn't
is going
activate
to have
Kirk
to
in that
do
case.
something else,
Yeah.
but at least the normal Burrell can do whatever he likes.
Yeah, so if you remove the ox, it means you can't buy whatever that same.
Yeah, so it means that the generic Burrell can't buy a battle stations token in the combat phase, and he can't bring the upgrade back.
I'm just fine with that.
Alright, so we've got a pretty wild round that just happened. Going into the next round, Michael will have initiative. Just to recap, the Zindi weapon and the Excelsior both activated self-destruct sequence in round 1, and then in round 2, after the activation phase, they both went boom. Explodey, explodey, lots of dice being rolled. No quality on those rolls though, and Jeff's like me. He's got a habit of not rolling great, and that's exactly what happened. So Michael's fleet survives, just very damaged. Goss's Marauders hanging on by one hull, and then the shields were able to absorb most of the damage
Okay.
from the Excelsior exploding.
That planning phase sorted. Start of the activation phase.
Yep, all dials are down, so all ships are going to be start
This will do
moving
nothing
here.
special.
Do I do anything for me?
So Goss's Marauder, and then the Burrells will be going first, and then Martok.
No, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so first thing that happens is Goss moves. So I reveal a 1 backwards as a red. I'm going to chemosite that to a 3 backwards. So I think I spin the ship 180, move 3, and then spin it back.
Yep.
Oh. Did that go all the way? Nope, there it goes. And then
spin it back around.
Slow and laggy, and then spin the ship again.
So it's an Ox power
power
token.
But opens some distance between me and that horrible, horrible D7.
Yep, that's smart for him.
Okay, Lurin is going to activate now.
Alright.
He is going to reveal a 1 bank to the left. He is going to chemosite that into a 3 bank to the left.
Yep. So now he's going to try and track down Martok.
The colour remains the same, so it still clears the Orc's power token.
See, he could have done Kirk on the Zindi weapon
And
to place
then
on
my
Battle
action
Station's token,
is going to be...
and then he would just have taken some hit to his captain skill.
Ooh, I think he's going to do action ROM, repair a shield, or if I'm on a Ferengi ship, which I am, repair 2 shields.
Nice. That is
And then the other generic Burrell, which
Lurin's,
does not
who repairs
have
2
any
shields.
Orc's power tokens, is going to reveal a 2 bank to the left, is going to chemosite that into a 4 bank to the left. And he does not have you at range, so his action is going to be, I'm going to take an evade on the off chance.
Oh, actually, I think he's 3/4. Okay. So 3 hull, 4 shields on Lurin's Bird of Prey.
So, Martok.
I'll do a white hard turn, and I will not take an action.
Okay, so end of activation phase,
So
start of
here's
the combat phase.
Looks like nobody's in range.
Yeah,
So we're going to be
The
skipping
albino
again.
With Life of Piracy is going to perform a sensor echo action as a free action, even if the ship is not cloaked.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa, where did that go?
Oh yeah, you're getting some lag there. I'm like 4 feet from my Wi-Fi thing, but doesn't seem to help.
Alright, so Lurin's Bird of Prey doing a sensor echo action thanks to Life of Piracy and the albino. So getting closer to Martok.
And then
I don't think there's really anywhere Martok can run and hide at this point.
okay.
So I believe that's going to be the end.
That's it for combat phase.
Okay.
Because I don't have a range on you with either the Burrell or with Goss's, so...
So we're going into round 4. They've got 12 minutes left on the timer.
End of combat phase. End phase. Nothing really happens.
The question will be: Will Jeff
Planning phase again.
Will Jeff just squeak along here and let Michael chase him
Okay.
down, or will he go out like a
The
Klingon and just
Goss's
go head on?
Marauder is going to use its 1 per turn Latinum ability to spend a GPLT and remove an Orc's power token beside its ship. Something I should have been doing, which I will remember to do now, is activate Gint. Whenever any friendly captain spends gold plus Latinum, roll defense that's equal to the amount spent. On an evade, spend 1 less.
Okay. So you could have avoided it from just spending.
Well, never mind.
Still spending his gold press Latin to get rid of that Ox power token.
Yes. So, for example, if Lurin had been able to save the GPLT, he would have got the He would have been able to get the battle session token without spending a token, and then he would have got another token for giving it back in the end phase. So it's technically a way to give yourself even more tokens.
Yep, there is a way to
Then
cheat the
again,
system,
Graal
if you
and
will.
Narva,
Very
if I bother to
Ferengi-like.
re-enable Graal, I can do the whole almost, I can ramp up Lurin up to about 8 or 9 GPLT with Graal and Narva and bringing them back constantly. Okay, so you... can do that.
So we're getting dials set.
So that's Goss, that's you, and where's Lurin's got to? Lurin's is here. Okay. Planning phase finished. Start the activation phase. The Albino's going to use his once per game ability and activate last.
Okay.
So it'll go Goss, Generic, Martok, and then me.
Okay, so
Goss is going to reveal a 1 backwards, and he's going to do a 3 backwards instead.
Okay,
Oh,
so
look,
doing
I'm flying a Takora backwards into battle.
Yep. Seems to be working well. So.
Well, backwards away from battle, but I need some distance. The generic Burrell is going to reveal a 2 bank to the right, and he is going to, with Chemosite, turn that into a 4 bank to the right. And
so
he is
chasing
going
him
to
down.
take a target lock on Martok.
Okay.
Now Martok goes.
Four forward.
4 straight and
So it looks like we're gonna get some combat.
taking evade.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Just range 3.
just range 3.
Or waylay.
Yeah, so the Burrell's out of range for waylay.
Ooh, that's
So,
tough too, because he
Lurin
could have
is
gotten
now gonna activate. He's
closer.
gonna do a 1 bank to the left, not Chemosite, just do a 1 bank.
Yeah, Martok has no friends left. Martok's friends chose to blow themselves up.
His action is going
willingly.
to be also a target lock. And then we go to combat phase.
So it looks like he'll get
For
at
what
least
it's worth,
he'll get waylay on
Lurin's
one of
spent
these
his
Burrells.
last GPLT, roll a defense dice because of
Oh,
Gint.
actually, hang on, don't roll it. I think
Oh.
it's. I guess there's no range on the admiral.
No, it's just a when a friendly captain.
Yeah. I don't remember whether the admiral stuff has to be within range, but that doesn't really matter.
There is no range on
I've
Git.
got an evade.
There's no range. Okay. That's
Okay,
fine.
so I got an evade, so I keep the gold press platinum token, and he gets a battle station.
Okay.
So, start of the combat phase. Both Lurin and the Burrell have the D7 in their forward firing arc, and so Lurin goes first, and then the Burrell goes second.
Yep. So Lurin's
So
abilities
the
activates
albino's going to
here.
fire first. He is inside range 2, so he is going to use Waylay. He gets 4 attack dice normally. However, you are a Klingon ship or a ship with a Klingon captain, so I get a 5th dice.
Yep, thanks to the albino.
You just add a hit.
Because I am the albino and I hate Klingons.
Oh yeah, roll +1. Okay.
And Lurin just has a target lock on you. So, you get an Orcs power token from Waylay automatically.
Yep.
Okay.
And I get 5 dice with a target lock, which I might as well spend the target lock.
So far, 2 crits and a hit. Blink and a battle station.
So I'm going to toss Chemosite out and add a hit.
Ooh, getting rid of Chemosite. That's okay, because he's already on top of him. So we got 2 hits.
So 4.
2 crits.
Hits, 2 crits.
Let's see where Jeff's going to roll his dice.
Roll 1 green die.
So 1 evade.
2 hits. If I spend my
So
evade,
you
which I
evade.
will.
So two crits
Okay,
to
so
the
that's
shields.
both the 2 hits gone, so 2 crits instead.
So 1 of the shields and 1 of the hull.
yeah.
1 shield, 1 hull, 1 crit. Okay, I can live with that.
So we're down to 2. And the crit is
Munitions failure. I will not.
munitions
look.
failure.
Yeah, you don't have a weapon upgrade, so never mind.
No.
Put it up on the screen
Okay.
if you can read it.
And now Lurin gets to perform a 1 bank maneuver and get an evade token. He'll do another 1 bank to the left
Oh, away?
and take an evade.
Interesting.
Now the second Burrell fires. I'm outside range for Waylay, so he will use his primary weapon of 4. But I do have target lock and battle stations.
Alright, so we got some good quality on this roll.
So I'm going to spend the target lock on that 1 blank, because why would I not? Which
To a
becomes
blank.
also a blank. I will spend the battle stations token to convert that into a hit. And
3
then I'm going
hits.
to toss Chemosite out the window and add another hit.
So 4 hits thanks to Chemosite. We got 2 dice here, range 3. Both blanks.
Well, I think I'm dead.
That is Jeff out. Michael wins.
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm very dead. I'm afraid that goes 120-0 to you. Everything.
Woo!
Oh, good game, guys. Good game. That was intense there for a minute.
Yeah. I was pleased I got the max I could out of it. Well, I didn't quite get the max. I might have been able to do one more stab at you, but I was pleased I managed to at least avoid the smuggler's net.
No, yes, that was a good thing, because my plan, as soon as I saw that and coming up against it, was to come in and smuggle and nick the enhanced hull plating off of the weapon, which would have cut down your dice by 2.
Yeah, and it would have increased your hull by
And it would
2.
have given me 2 more points of hull, because I am a viable ship to have it. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's analogous to killing 6 of my dice if you got that thing. So I decided to go all out for it. And
oh,
Yeah.
no,
I was
go for it.
I was surprised you targeted the Excelsior with that attack. I figured you would have tried to sink at least some dice into the weapon 0 to bring its hull value down. Because it didn't have
had
any shields.
diplomacy. It had diplomacy, so he couldn't attack it.
Oh, it couldn't be attacked. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
By
Also,
anybody.
I put something into beta, or I was hoping for something like a warp core breach if I managed to get something through, so that
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the start of the next time it just died automatically. Then all I'd suffer is a range 1 I stab at thee.
Yeah. That makes more sense now.
the other thing, Jerry, is that even if you take hull damage, you still have the same amount of hull. It's not like shields where the tokens are actually destroyed.
That's
I
not
still
how.
have 10 hull damage.
I would think that'd be a question.
Yeah.
Just the way that
That's my
I'm reading it. Because if that's the way you're reading it, then reinforced hull wouldn't count either.
Well, it doesn't say printed hull; it just says hull.
Yeah, it just says hull value. So if you sunk
would-
dice into your hull value would be lower.
Yeah, right.
That's what
But
I
the
was trying to
reason
say.
that the reason your shields get lower is that the tokens get destroyed, but because it's more like you're counting up damage cards towards what's still the number 10. I agree. We should talk about it. That's just my understanding. That's what I've been told.
Either
But
way,
yeah,
good game, and the inversion wave over to Goss's Marauder was kind of cool.
it
Yes,
really went
and
hard. Didn't
I could feel it coming. I could feel it coming. I was hoping that you'd done the two straight or a bank so that you try and crash me into you, and I was hoping the Chemosite would carry me past that.
Yeah, I figured out what I needed to do. Better is if I could put it at an angle to you so that I have this nice long line in front of you.
Yeah.
But that wasn't an option. That was too far away. If I could have just left your maneuver as it was, that would have been even better because it would come towards me. But I
Yeah,
needed
because
to make
his
sure
original
you
plan
were
at that
doing the
point was to
reverse.
do a two-bank Chemosite into a four-bank, come screaming in and take the hull off the weapon sphere
Yeah.
before after weapon sphere had done something. So,
But
but hey ho.
I was worried you.
So I wonder. We must have lost Jeff, but either way, good
Oh.
game. We're gonna wrap the stream up, and good luck in future games.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there you have it. You've got Mike walking away with 120 points and Jeff at 0, but not without failure. Definitely a lot of explosion and a lot of cool things happening. So be on the lookout. I believe I'm just going to keep streaming on Twitch. I'm not even going to worry about the YouTube stream thing anymore. Twitch is very much easier for myself to use. So keep a lookout for more alerts. If you're not subbed, you can sub to the channel, and that will let you know when we go live. Thank you all for hanging out this afternoon.